It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Bears and the Giants, coming up next.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. And, Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also hoping is that the guys who have to play for them, the next man up mentality kicks in, and those guys take care of business. Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for only a couple.
Everyone's got four down. Mike 56.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field and looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick-6 for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick-6, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Jackson looking to throw on third. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Forward. Watch that in. Watch that in.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. That one complete to Hill.
Oh, yeah!
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
Who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
2nd and 10. Again, Fields. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. From the 50, here's Fields. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
No, we changed it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. Brown has the first down and much more. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. 3 yards remain for second down. And Jackson throwing once more. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back to Montgomery on second down. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. On first down, Fields. Flush to his right. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A give. This is Montgomery. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Let's do this.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Handoff comes to Montgomery. Oh, it springs free. Montgomery loses it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Fields on first down. This is complete to Hawkins. That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. Running right through him. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Keep the little play with me, baby.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Let's go.
David Montgomery, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. This fielded right at the goal line. And they're going to bring him down just past the 15, and a flag down as well. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. And the Giants send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Azeez Ojulari able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Fields. Buying time to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. To throw is Fields. And going deep for Hill. Touchdown Bears. Tyreek Hill. 55 yards. And the Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here's Cohen now to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And possession switching back to the New York Giants. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bears take over. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Off play action, Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Wheeler. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Hawkins. 7 yards to pick up there. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. It's Hill, complete.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And able to get this out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Now a throw here to his running back. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. from the gun on third down. Fields. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 65 yards rushing for him now to this point. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Throwing on third down, Fields. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Are you serious, dog?
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jackson. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. To Barkley on the check down. And he gets it down to the 32. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he gets it down to the 32. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. To throw is Jackson. Over the middle to Beckham. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. And he's got it. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Bring it! You ain't going nowhere. Mike, check. 59.
A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley taking it in from a yard out. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. To throw again on second down. Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Hawkins. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. He finds his man, complete. That's Hawkins. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Again, Fields. Steps away to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete on the deep ball. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. From the gun, Jackson. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
He's not going to get me.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling. Don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Touchdown!
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Santos now to add the PAT. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for the Giants. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Here's a give to Barkley. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. The Giants on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Out of the gun, Fields. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And New York set to take the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Let's go!
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Jackson. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He dumps it off to Barkley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And Jackson throwing once more. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got a man, Slayton. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
13. Report.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
You got 3 down. Check 13.
Barkley again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
45. Mike, 45. Watch the car.
On 3rd down, Montgomery. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away.
Come on, baby, let's go.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football.